Good morning, everybody. Shift your mindset here with a new episode. Swedish government against JW, Jehovah's Witnesses. Why? It's a bad marriage and it's been around for 20 years. Because it's a lot of pulling, it's a tug war between the Swedish government and the Jehovah's Witnesses. And in 2019, the government had to swing on the issue and the Jehovah's Witnesses received the first payment of the grants. It's about 200,000 euro, I believe, then. And they got a compensation about 1 million euro for the protracted process, because it took years for them to come to that conclusion. So the Swedish government isn't any supporter, isn't fond of the Jehovah's Witnesses. And they try to change the laws, because like Norway, Jehovah's Witnesses received a grant. Now they're receiving a grant, but Swedish government wants to stop that, because most of the Swedish population is Lutheran Church, Swedish Church, and the Jehovah's Witnesses are far below 1% of the population. I think about 24,000 Jehovah's Witnesses at this moment in that whole big country. So not many Jehovah's Witnesses, most of them are Lutheran, I believe like Norway, but I don't know for sure. But now I read something, and it's from the 29th of December, so it's only less than a week ago, and this will be interesting, and this for sure have some complications with it. The requirements for grants. So if the Jehovah's Witnesses want to continue that grant, churches must be ready to provide information about church visitors and regular visitors. We all know that the congregation has a certain amount of publishers, but also regular visitors, people who aren't baptized or family members who come on Sunday with their family. And what they want is personal data of church members and regular visitors. We know the GDPR is in place. That's privacy law in Europe. We know that the governing body, that Watchtower, also has personal information from you, your email address, your date of birth, your date of baptism, etc. And they process that. But now the government, if you want support, you have to comply to church members' personal data and regular visitors. They want the personal data of those who are visiting those churches, because they also want proof, of course, that you have congregation meetings and that you have a certain amount of people who are following that religion. And also I think about plenty of people who are afraid of terrorist attacks and stuff like that. So they want personal data of everyone who is assigned to a church. And that is not the only thing. The churches must be audited by an authorized and approved accountant. So it's not enough that it's the accountant from the JW. No, it's an approved and authorized accountant. And that can also be having an issue that the JWs when they are audited, that they have to pay a fixed amount of money, at least 10 to 20,000 euro or something like that, for a clean, good audit by a professional company. So they have a little bit of a problem, because they have two things now, and that will become a problem. They have to share personal data, and they also gonna be audited. And the minister got criticized by the community. Of course, by the community, I think by the churches, like Salvation Army is also one of them. They also complained to the minister, but the minister is a hero. Why? No one is forced to receive state aid. So you don't want to share personal data? You don't want to be audited by an authorized accountant? That's fine, no problem. Go ahead, like you're doing now, but you don't get state aid. You don't get your grant. So we present you a choice. Comply, share personal data, or don't comply and we cut your grants. And I believe that's a fair one, because you're giving people a choice. You give people a choice, and especially the JWs who don't want to be a part of the world, blah, 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 they have a choice. It's no force. You're not forced to comply to things. You get presented a choice. Personal data to the government, accountant will audit you, or you keep on going like you're doing now, and we cut your grant. And that choice, ladies and gentlemen, is for me. I'm gonna get my popcorn ready. I'm gonna sit back and relax. Why? Because now we're gonna see what's more important for the governing body. Money or the well-being of your people? Because I wouldn't be pressured by anyone to share data of other people. Members of you who are voluntarily, it's not a company, they are not on your payroll, whatever. So, and I want to see if the JWs go for the money, good option, I think more than 50%, then what are we gonna see with the following of the governing body and the Jehovah's Witnesses in Sweden? Because I know a lot of guys, IT guys like me, or other guys who are in some kind of job for justice and whatever, I know that they are not keen on their personal record. I know a lot of JWs who aren't happy that the congregation is holding their personal data, is having conversation summaries of a judicial committee and stuff like that. And you have the right in the GDPR, the privacy law, to ask what they have on you, on the information, and you also have the right to ask for deleting everything. And that's also what I've done. Everything is deleted from me. And I saw it with my own eyes. But that is the right you have. And I know they don't want that, because they want to keep information for you so they can know what was happening in the past, and in this year you did that, and in 2020, in 2012 you humped a sister, and it's only 10 years, 12 years later, so you're not going to be able to be a ministerial servant. At least we're going to hold you for that for 15 years. I don't know, but they want to have dirt on you. I know that. They want something where they can extort you with, and what they can trade with, and that's information. Information is gold nowadays. Look at Google, look at Facebook, whatever. And also the governing body has a lot of information about the people underneath them. So it will be interesting if they go for the money. I know a lot of JWs are going to be scared in Sweden, and I don't think they want the government to know and to share information with the government out of principle, not because they're scared for something or whatever, because it's your human right. So either way it's going, Watchtower loses. Watchtower loses money, or Watchtower loses regular visitors. Watchtower is gonna be audited by the government. I don't think they want that also, but if they don't do it, they lose another country who got them in the grants. Norway is busy, Slovakia is busy, the Czech Republic is now busy. So I think they're feeling the heat. And I think 2025, there will be more asking for donation videos. We remove the shelling videos and we add some donation videos. Maybe they cover it for the build in Ramapo or whatever, but we all know that as the state is cutting their finances, they don't take that loss because they have enough money, but they want to compensate that money. That's their mindset. Their mindset is, we lose 800,000 euro or we lose 1 million euro. Where can we get that 1 million euro back from? And they're not talking about investments, they're not talking about asset management, that kind of thing. That's a separate thing they're doing, but they want to squeeze out as much money as they can from their publishers. So they're gonna wrap it in like a gift. Yeah, we're so busy building this studio for the videos, and and we need your help, and la 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 la. Stephen Lett maybe is gonna do it, but one way or the other way, they want to compensate what they are losing. Besides all the court cases they're losing. So Sweden wants to collect visitors' birth data and maybe some other personal data. And the minister said, hey, no harm, no foul. No one is forced to receive state aid. We don't force you, choose what you want. The money, personal data, or we cut your grants. So that's what's up in Sweden. Just last week I saw it. I'm anxious to see what they are choosing. People, let me know, what do you think they're choosing? The money, the aid, the grant, or are they losing the grant and just stay the same organization without having to share personal data or being audited by a registered accountant from the outside? Let me know. Guys, enjoy the rest of your weekend. We see each other at the next episode.